Stop scrolling and listen carefully, because 2026 will not wait for anyone. Most people will enter this year the same way they left the last stock, distracted and unprepared. But you don't have to be like them. This is the year to break free from excuses, to step into clarity, and to deliberately shape the life you've always desired. Your growth won't come from luck or fleeting motivation. It will come from intentional action, discipline, and faith-driven choices. If you are ready to rise, focus, and transform, then pay close attention, because what I'm about to share can change your destiny. Knowing yourself is the foundation of every breakthrough you will experience in 2026. Many people spend years running after goals, chasing success, or trying to satisfy expectations without ever pausing to look inward. They live on autopilot, reacting to life instead of directing it. True personal development begins when you stop running away from who you really are and start facing yourself with honesty. You must take the time to examine your strengths, your weaknesses, and the patterns that have kept you stuck. This means acknowledging your fears, your doubts, and the moments when you have sabotaged your own progress. It is uncomfortable, but growth is always uncomfortable. When you know yourself, you gain clarity about what you are capable of and where you need to improve. You stop comparing yourself to others because you understand your unique journey. Self-awareness allows you to recognize your habits, both good and bad, and to intentionally nurture what serves your growth while eliminating what holds you back. This is not just about introspection, it is about action. It is about identifying the areas where you have been inconsistent, lazy, or afraid, and choosing to confront them head on. When you understand your mind, your emotions, and your tendencies, you can make decisions with precision instead of being led by impulse. Knowing yourself also helps you navigate challenges with resilience, because you recognize your triggers and patterns before they control you. In 2026, the world will demand clarity from you, distractions will be many, and pressures will be high. Only those who know themselves can stay anchored amidst chaos. Self-knowledge gives you confidence, not arrogance, because you understand your limitations and strengths equally. It allows you to create realistic goals while stretching yourself beyond your comfort zone. It equips you to choose the right mentors, the right environment, and the right opportunities, because you are no longer blindly following trends or other people's definitions of success. The deeper you go in understanding yourself, the less external validation will matter, and the more your actions will align with your purpose. Without knowing who you are, personal development is like trying to build a house without a blueprint. You may work hard, but the structure will be unstable, incomplete, and vulnerable. In 2026, self-awareness is the seed that will determine the quality of every decision, relationship, and success you experience, because true growth begins within before it ever touches the world. Clarifying your vision is one of the most critical steps for personal development in 2026. Because without a clear destination, every effort you make can become scattered, wasted, or misdirected. Many people drift through life hoping for opportunities to find them, but the truth is that opportunity only meets preparation, and preparation begins with a defined vision. Your vision is not just a vague wish or a fleeting dream. It is a deliberate, precise picture of the person you want to become and the life you want to lead. When you clarify your vision, you create a roadmap for your decisions, actions, and priorities. It is the lens through which you evaluate opportunities, relationships, and experiences. Without this clarity, you are easily distracted by what seems urgent but is ultimately unimportant. A well-defined vision gives you focus, and focus turns energy into results. It allows you to rise above temporary setbacks, because you understand that every challenge is a stepping stone towards something bigger. Your vision also serves as motivation when external encouragement fades, because it is personal and non-negotiable. People with a clear vision operate differently. They are intentional with their time, deliberate with their choices, and unwavering in their pursuit. Clarifying your vision requires deep introspection. You must ask yourself difficult questions about what truly matters, what values will guide you, and what legacy you want to leave. It is not enough to know what you want materially. You must also understand the kind of character, influence, and impact you desire. Once your vision is clear, it informs every other aspect of personal development: your habits, your discipline, the skills you acquire, and even the people you choose to surround yourself with. It transforms vague ambition into actionable strategy. The clarity of vision creates a magnetic pull, attracting the right opportunities and resources while filtering out distractions that lead to wasted time and energy. In 2026, those who succeed will not be the luckiest or the smartest alone. They will be the ones who can see clearly where they are going and align every decision to that destination. A clear vision gives life direction, purpose, and momentum, turning ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. Because when you know where you are going, you no longer drift. You charge forward with precision, confidence, and unstoppable resolve. Discipline over motivation is the principle that separates those who achieve lasting personal development from those who only experience temporary bursts of progress. Many people wait for motivation to strike, thinking that when they feel inspired, they will take action. But the truth is that motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather, unpredictable and fleeting, often influenced by emotions, circumstances, or external events. If you rely solely on motivation, you will find yourself inconsistent, starting projects with enthusiasm but abandoning them when the initial excitement fades. Discipline, on the other hand, is a skill, a choice, and a habit that you build intentionally. It is the ability to act according to your goals, principles, and long-term vision, even when you do not feel like it. Discipline is what allows you to wake up early to work on yourself, to practice your craft, and to invest time and energy in growth, even on days when you are tired, distracted, or discouraged. It is the bridge between intention and achievement, because without consistent action, even the clearest vision and strongest self-awareness remain dormant potential. Choosing discipline means setting boundaries with yourself, prioritizing what matters most, and eliminating short-term pleasures that sabotage long-term success. It also means doing the small, often unseen tasks consistently, knowing that they compound over time into extraordinary results. Discipline teaches resilience, because when challenges arise, it is your structured habits and commitment that carry you forward, not fleeting feelings. People who understand the value of discipline over motivation do not depend on external applause or inspiration. They rely on internal commitment. They understand that true personal development in 2026 will not happen in sudden bursts of effort, but in daily intentional acts of consistency. Every time you choose discipline, you train your mind and body to align with your goals, creating momentum that motivation alone cannot sustain. By prioritizing discipline, you build a foundation that allows you to achieve what others only dream of. Because your growth does not hinge on circumstances or mood, it is driven by deliberate choice. Discipline transforms ambition into reality, and in 2026, the ability to consistently do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel, will determine who rises, who stays stagnant, and who fulfills their true potential. Your environment has more influence over your personal development than most people realize, and in 2026, it will play a crucial role in determining how far you rise. Too often, people underestimate the power of the people they interact with, the places they spend their time, and the information they consume daily. Your environment is not just physical, it is mental, emotional, and spiritual. If you are surrounded by negativity, distraction, or people who lack vision, your growth will be slowed, your dreams will be questioned, and your potential will be limited. On the other hand, if you immerse yourself in a positive, inspiring, and growth-oriented environment, it becomes easier to make the right decisions, stay motivated, and persevere through challenges. The truth is that human beings are naturally influenced by their surroundings. Habits, attitudes, and even beliefs are often adopted unconsciously from the people and spaces we spend the most time with. If your friends are constantly complaining, giving up, or settling for mediocrity, it will become difficult to push yourself beyond your current limits. But if you choose to be around people who are disciplined, ambitious, and focused, their energy will lift you, challenge you, and push you to operate at a higher level. Your environment also includes the content you consume, the books you read, the conversations you have, and the media you allow into your mind. Continuous learning is one of the most powerful drivers of personal development, yet it is often overlooked by those who seek quick results or temporary success. Growth is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong process that requires intentional effort, curiosity, and adaptability. In 2026, the world will move faster than ever before, and those who fail to learn consistently will find themselves left behind, struggling to keep up while others accelerate forward. Continuous learning means more than just formal education or acquiring certificates. It is about cultivating a mindset that is always open to new knowledge, new skills, and new perspectives. It involves reading, listening, observing, asking questions, reflecting on experiences, and applying what you discover in practical ways. Every person you meet, every book you read, every situation you encounter carries a lesson, but only those who are committed to learning will extract its value. Learning continuously also requires humility, because it demands that you admit you do not know everything, that you are willing to be corrected, and that you can grow from failure rather than fear it. It is the people who embrace a learning mindset who are able to innovate, adapt, and transform challenges into opportunities. Continuous learning fuels confidence, not because you know everything, but because you are prepared for change, capable of solving problems, and equipped to seize opportunities when they appear. It also keeps your mind sharp, your vision clear, and your actions effective, because knowledge empowers you to make informed decisions rather than relying solely on guesswork or chance. In personal development, the person who stops learning stagnates, while the one who commits to growth multiplies their potential exponentially. Continuous learning is cumulative. Each day of acquiring wisdom, skill, or insight compounds into a future where you are far more capable than you were yesterday. It shapes your habits, enhances your creativity, and deepens your understanding of yourself, others, and the world around you. In 2026, your ability to grow, adapt, and achieve your goals will depend heavily on your dedication to learning continuously, because life rewards those who are prepared, curious, and willing to expand their mind beyond comfort, familiarity, and routine, turning knowledge into power and potential into achievement. Faith-driven action is the principle that bridges belief and reality, and it is one of the most critical elements of personal development in 2026. Many people spend years praying, hoping, or wishing for change, yet nothing transforms in their lives because they stop at belief without action. Faith alone is powerful, but faith without action is incomplete. True personal growth occurs when your actions align with what you know to be right, even when the circumstances seem unfavorable or the outcome is uncertain. Faith-driven action requires courage, because it often asks you to step out of your comfort zone, to take risks, and to pursue what seems impossible to the world. It is about trusting in a vision, plan, or calling so deeply that you are willing to move forward before seeing the full path. Those who succeed in 2026 will not always be the most talented, the luckiest, or the most prepared. They will be the ones willing to act boldly on their convictions and commitments. Faith-driven action also teaches resilience, because every step taken in alignment with belief strengthens your confidence and your capacity to persevere when challenges arise. It transforms uncertainty into opportunity and hesitation into progress, because action, even imperfect action, generates momentum. Without it, belief remains theoretical, stagnant, and ultimately unfulfilled, no matter how strong or sincere. Faith-driven action requires discipline, consistency, and deliberate planning. It is not impulsive or reckless, but intentional, aligning every choice and effort with your long-term vision and purpose. It also has a compounding effect, because each small act of courage or obedience builds credibility, confidence, and skill, preparing you for bigger breakthroughs. In personal development, waiting for perfect conditions or complete clarity often leads to stagnation. But when faith informs your actions, you create your own windows of opportunity, develop your abilities, and invite possibilities that would never have been accessible otherwise. The person who acts on faith grows faster, adapts more effectively, and attracts resources, relationships, and circumstances that support their goals, because action transforms intention into reality. In 2026, the difference between those who remain stagnant and those who rise into their potential will be the willingness to take faith-filled action consistently, trusting the process even when the outcome is not yet visible, and understanding that personal development is realized not just in belief, but in the deliberate steps taken in alignment with that belief. Consistency over intensity is one of the most overlooked yet most powerful principles for personal development, and it is often the reason why many people fail to achieve lasting success. In 2026, the world will reward those who are steady, persistent, and committed over those who rely on occasional bursts of effort or short-lived motivation. Many people think that achieving results requires extreme effort, long hours, or dramatic action, but the truth is that sporadic intensity without consistency produces minimal impact. Personal growth, skill mastery, and transformation are built through small, deliberate actions performed repeatedly over time. Consistency compounds like interest in a bank account. It may seem slow or insignificant at first, but over months and years, it produces results far greater than what short, intense efforts can achieve. When you commit to being consistent, you create habits that carry you forward even when you feel tired, distracted, or unmotivated, because the action becomes automatic and ingrained in your daily life. Intensity without consistency often leads to burnout, frustration, and disappointment, while steady, continuous effort produces momentum that is sustainable and reliable. Consistency also builds trust with yourself and with others, because it demonstrates that you are disciplined, dependable, and committed to growth regardless of circumstances. In personal development, this principle applies to every area: your character, your skills, your health, your spiritual life, and your relationships, because progress in any field is the result of repeated effort over time, not occasional heroic attempts. Even when progress feels slow or invisible, staying consistent ensures that you are moving in the right direction, because growth is often invisible in the moment but undeniable over the long term. Those who understand this principle leverage it to outlast competitors, overcome obstacles, and steadily move toward their goals, while others give up when immediate results do not appear. In 2026, the key to breakthrough will not be how hard you can push for a few days or weeks, but how consistently you apply yourself day after day, maintaining focus, discipline, and action even when the outcome is uncertain or delayed. True personal development is a marathon, not a sprint, and by choosing consistency over intensity, you ensure that every small intentional effort compounds into extraordinary results, shaping the person you become and the life you are capable of achieving. As 2026 unfolds, remember that your growth will not happen by chance. It will happen by choice. Every decision you make, every habit you form, and every action you take either builds your future or stalls it. Commit to knowing yourself, clarifying your vision, acting in faith, and remaining consistent even when progress seems slow. Guard your environment, invest in learning, and let discipline guide your steps. The life you desire is not beyond your reach. It is waiting for your intentional effort. Take the step today and make 2026 the year you rise to your full potential.